Hello everyone and welcome back to this 21st part of the project. So today, as we talked about last time, we're gonna go over the skinning, and because we are not doing the retopology for our model, what I'm gonna do, and what you can see in the background right now, is me trying to quickly do a very low poly character that will be used as our source for the skinning. So as we saw a few lessons earlier, the skinning is about defining the amount of influence a bone has over a mesh, a geometry. So for this, I'm starting with a simple 6-faced cylinder. I have added a mirror modifier to my object, okay, so that it's easier for me. And now it's just about a bit of modeling, so that you should already know how to do it, okay? So those cylinders can be used for my limbs, as you can see here, for my legs, okay? I have just a cut where the knee is to make sure it's moving the way my leg would actually move, okay? And then I'm just adding a bit of cuts on the side to have the round shape of a leg. Also adding a few more cuts to add details in the middle of the upper leg and the lower leg, just like that. And then I'm adding where the knee is, something that we also saw earlier, so it's like 4 edge loops, okay? And then where the knee is supposed to bend, so at the back of my leg, I'm just collapsing a few vertices, okay? And now I'm just extruding a bit my cylinder toward the bottom and then forward to create the foot, okay? It's a simple shape. The goal here is to create something as simple as possible so that the skinning part is not gonna be that complicated, or at least not as complicated as we would do on our sculpted model, okay? And if you don't know the shape of this, of course you can use references, the way we created objects in some of our previous projects, like the Alchemist Workshop, okay? Now that the leg is done, I'm just gonna work a bit on the torso, okay? And then remember the shape of the hips, if we simplify it, would be something like a triangle. So I'm just creating this part now, connecting all my edges together and making sure I have enough definition in both parts, my leg and my torso, to attach them together. Okay? I'm just refining the hip area a bit and doing the same thing at the back of my character. Okay? Now I'm just closing up the top, and now that this is done, I'm just gonna do an extrude from here to do the arm. Okay? And just need a few loops in the shoulder area, okay, to make sure it's moving correctly. I'm just gonna do like a very quick head, okay. And I'm just finishing up my arm, doing exactly what I did for the leg, meaning 4 edge loops at the elbow and then collapsing the corresponding vertices. So now that this is done, I've just smoothed my model just to make it look nicer. And what I'm actually gonna do is skinning my mesh automatically with what I showed you earlier. Automatic weight, okay, from Blender. That's kinda working alright. And what it has done is it has created vertex groups. These are the one who defines the influence of the bones, and added also an armature modifier. This one I'm gonna remove, and then unhide my high poly mesh, remove the armature as well, and then all of these groups using this button. Now, what I can do to transfer my info, I'm just gonna remove my head because there is no head on this model, okay? I'm first gonna make sure both origins are at the same place, okay? And then to do the transfer of the weights, I can select the empty model, meaning the high poly mesh, and then the low poly mesh, then go to Objects, link data, and then transfer mesh data. And then choose here vertex groups, okay? And in the settings here, I can select here all layers, because I want all the data to be transferred. Then select here 0.05 as a setting. And I'm also gonna change here nearest face interpolate, okay? And then if you look at your high poly mesh, you see that he has created the vertex group like that, but they are transferred from the low poly mesh to the high poly mesh. Now I can add back my amateur modifier like it was before. And if I hide my low poly mesh, you can see that we have transferred the information because the animation is working. You got some artifacts in the model. As you can see, there are some kind of weird things happening. But to make sure it's a bit more correct, what I'm gonna do first is modify my low poly so that it's a bit better wrapping around the real shape of my high poly model. Okay? So I'm just gonna move a bit the vertices here and there to fit that, so that the low poly model will be about the same shape. Okay? I'm doing that quickly. And now I'm just gonna redo the same thing, transfer of my weight data. Okay? Usually would work much better, of course. And what I can see here is that there is a bit of problem in the legs. Okay, you can see it here that it's not working correctly. So, what should we do? Of course, I'm gonna go back to my low poly mesh and fix the problem in here. Okay, I'm just gonna paint the weight a bit better on this foot and on the legs, and then I'm gonna redo the entire process from the body, remove the modifier, remove all the vertex groups, okay, then transfer the vertex data, okay, the same way I did earlier, with the same settings, and now I can see that my foot is looking a bit better. There are a bit of strange things here in the body, but what you can do is go into the weight paint mode, and then in the menu weight, select smooth, use all groups. I'm gonna use a factor of 1 and 10 iterations. It's gonna take a bit of time depending on your computer, but then the strange lines would be a bit less noticeable, okay? So now it's working well. What I can do now is doing the same, but from the body to the pants. And if we do that, we'll see that the pants and the body no longer have any weight paint defaults. They don't intersect each other because they are using the same informations. Okay, so that was a short one. I hope you learned a lot of things using that, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with as a character and your animations. So take care everyone, I'll see you very soon. Have a great week, have a great life. Bye.